tie them together, and these are offerings for Creator, Mother Earth, your spirit, keeper, and then for yourself.
Warren Isbister Bear and his husband traveled here from Saskatoon so that Isbister Bear can be part of reclaiming a practice lost to generations of Indigenous communities.
We enter into the fast, and we start off, we do 2 rounds of the sweat lodge ceremony, and then right away we walk into the forest here, and that's where we'll build our own lodges, and we'll stay there for 4 days.
Sacrificing food and water in pursuit of a life-changing experience.
For me, as a Two-Spirit Neheo Cree man, I've been married to my partner now for 11 years now, and I think for me it's a way for us again to connect and create those safe spaces.
Rite of passage ceremonies like these and many other Indigenous cultural practices were disrupted by colonialism. Some communities have started to bring them back. But Dr. James Makokis says they're often run in ways that don't include people who are gender diverse or who have different sexual orientations.
And unfortunately, in a lot of our ceremonial spaces, there is a lot of exclusion because of homophobia and transphobia and misogyny that's been imposed through colonization.
That's why Makokis co-founded the Humble Lodge, a camp set up on donated land in Treaty 6 near Pigeon Lake, about an hour south of Edmonton, where gender-diverse people can engage in cultural practice as their true selves.
Here, everybody has a space. They could be who they want to be. They can dress how they want. They can present how they want. And it's incredible when that happens because for once, maybe for the first time, they are accepted for who they really are.
This is the second year the Humble Lodge has run this inclusive version of the rite of passage. Traditionally, for adolescents as they reach puberty, many 2S LGBTQ+ adults are participating because they never got the chance to do it when they were younger. Makokis says missing out on these rituals has negative health effects.
We see some of the challenges of that, especially with trans and Two-Spirit youth who experience higher rates of suicidality or self-harm or mental health issues like anxiety and depression.
And that getting people back to this practice is healing and can help them deal with mental health challenges, addiction, and other issues.
This one's too high. Yeah.
We can transform those health statistics around Two-Spirit and trans folks in particular and elevate them to their rightful place within our own societies.
It's a major undertaking with participants in the fast and helpers who support them arriving from all over the country.
Yeah, pull it.
The fast is bookended with ceremony inside a sweat lodge built by the helpers.
1, 2, 3! Yeah, you got it! That is awesome.
Back at camp, I caught up with Chase Willier, a Two-Spirit trans man, as he prepared for the 4-night fast.
All this tomato juice.
He knows it'll be a grueling mental and physical challenge. At 66, the retired RCMP officer is the oldest participant. He never got the chance to go through the rite of passage as a youth.
I'm Nehiaw, which is Cree, from Treaty 6, Saddle Lake on my mother's side, and Sucker Creek First Nation, Treaty 8 on my father's side. I was adopted out, part of the 60 Scoop, so I was raised in the Okanagan Nation, or Silt's territory, and eventually landed up in Vancouver.
As an adult, he participated in other sweats and ceremonies, but Humble Lodge's inclusive approach is different.
Ceremonial spaces especially are very male-female. In the Okanagan Nation, where I grew up, and I went to, started sweats in 1983 of July, right? So that's a woman's sweat, they sweat separately, and the men sweat separately. And that was before even the time of Two-Spirit, even before the definition of Two-Spirit even was around. And why I'm here is because this is my territory. And it's a long story to get back here. It's taken a whole lifetime to actually make full circle to be here. So this is huge for me. This is incredibly healing.
Organizers asked us not to record the ceremonial aspects of the rite of passage, but it begins as they enter the sweat lodge. As part of the hours-long ceremony, they sit in the steam, pray together, eat berries, and drink water for the last time before heading out on their own into the forest. They build small lodges that they sleep in and spend the next several days and nights mostly in solitude. Visitors are allowed at certain points, and physicians check in on them 3 times a day to ensure they're safe. On the final morning, they leave the forest and re-enter the sweat lodge. Once they've emerged, it's time to celebrate. After eating and recovering, participants have time to reflect on what they've been through.
Overjoyed, happy, so much love. The experience just was very life-changing. Sometimes we go our whole lives searching for that connection. And I think I found that here.
Willier found the full circle experience he was seeking.
I was 5 years old, living in Edmonton with my settler parents, my adopted parents, and all I wanted was to go home. Know my culture, speak my language. That's all I wanted, right? So here I am.
Bokokis and the other Humble Lodge founders believe the stakes of making sure these inclusive spaces exist are high.
Especially in a time when there's so much divisiveness around gender fluidity and gender identity in this province and other provinces in the US and in the world.
The hope is that work here at Tapete Mogamik, or the Humble Lodge, inspires a renewal of the once widely practiced ceremony in a version accessible to every Indigenous person.
We all need love, Sagituin. Love is the best medicine that we can give one another.